Yeah, this is the last question. My daughter is having a lot of tantrums now that she's home all the time. Why is this happening, and what can I do?
Okay, so tantrums are a little bit, let's say they're typical, but they're also a little bit deeper topic, because as a parent, what we do, we usually just react on a tantrum instead of respond, and there is a big difference. So when you're reacting, you're just like instantly emotionally reacting on that situation instead of pausing. I always tell parents, pause, take a deep breath, and think why the child is doing this. And in 99% of cases, let's say even 100% of cases, they're having a tantrum because they want something and you told them they cannot have it, right? So we're all clear on that. And this is they're very, they don't have the social norms we develop later in life. So they don't care if they're in the middle of a supermarket, if they're in the house. They wanted this, and they're gonna try all the ways how they can get it. And a lot of parents, they get, especially in the public places, they get so embarrassed with tantrums, and everybody looking at you, and they're probably judging you, and you're like, they're judging me now if I'm a good parent or not. And then you just become stressing, and you're allowing the child to, you're actually, even supporting that unwanted behavior, because you're going to tell them, okay, you want a candy? Okay, just take a candy and stop crying, which is not a solution. So the solution is really, children go through tantrums because they're learning how to deal with their emotions. They're learning, and they have to learn that they're going to get a no. In life, you get so many no's, and not everything you want is going to just happen for you the way you want it. So we have to be very clear with that. But for parents, it's more about work in themselves, in those situations, not to feel stress and not to feel anxious and what should they do, but really to pause. And sometimes the best way is to ignore it, to ignore the tantrums, especially if the child is very young. They don't understand, you explaining them everything. So you just ignore the behavior, and then you try to tell them, oh, have you seen this? Oh, look at this. You start doing something else, something different. They're gonna come. I have parents and friends who were telling me, oh, my child had a tantrum in a supermarket, and I just said, okay, you can just be there on the cold floor laying, we're leaving. And then, of course, when they start walking away, the child was like, oh my God, they're leaving me. So they get up and start running after the parents, because nobody wants their parents to leave them. It's a different approach, but the child will then say, okay, this didn't work out. And then the tantrums will reduce as well.
Yeah,
but when we
we
empower them by allowing the child, okay, stop crying. What do you want? I'm going to give you what you want. Then this is their solution. Every time I don't get what I want, I'm going to just do that.
Yeah. Great.
Do you have any other